10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the podcast where adulting unfolds. Where adulting unfolds. Where adulting unfolds.
What is going on, guys? Wow, you can hear us. I'm getting good at this, Scott.
Hope you guys enjoyed that intro. We took it right off the Remy's Roundtable Starting Now stream.
Oh, Scott. You're too much. Who's all in chat?
What's going on, everybody?
Hey,
Welcome on in.
Charles and Sydney.
Thank you all for being here. We have a lot to get to. This episode may end up being 2 parts, which is fine.
And Hannah.
Our whole show
Aw.
is in parts, if you think about it. Wow.
That was deep, Chris.
Sean is
I know.
here.
All right, there's that beautiful stream. I love that background. I like it so
Looks
much
pretty.
better than the pink one.
Oh,
word-
yeah, it looks good, right?
Well, the
Yeah,
words
looks
look
really
good
good.
from the
Yeah,
text.
you can see everything
Yeah.
now.
Yep.
The messages and
Yep.
We just see something in the bottom left. Have there anybody? We got a spot. I should just make a thing. Sponsor opportunity
Yeah.
available.
Yeah, right there on the left.
Mm-hmm. I'll just do
Yep.
like I'll make a whole bunch of different ones, and then that'll be just like I'll do like follows on TikTok. That'll go away. If something else comes, and then your ad here.
Yes.
$5 a play. So like every time it shows on the screen, it's $5. So the longer
I
the
love
stream,
it.
the more you pay.
All right, guys. This
How
is
come-
a very special.
Oh, never mind.
No, go ahead.
No. I was behind on the stream on YouTube, so it looked like the stream starting screen was still there. But I just
Yeah, it does
I
the
just
same
sped it
thing
up.
on my.
Oh,
end.
Emily's
Sometimes you
in.
have to fast forward it.
Why does it say Emily Shorts?
I know I was confused.
Are you telling
I'm
me
like,
something?
Is that your
Are you
Emily?
telling me something? No, it's because we use my YouTube Premium, so she doesn't
She
really use YouTube.
have burner accounts.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, this is a very special episode, guys. This is first of all, we're gonna get the recap on the baby.
Yeah.
And then it's Chris's birthday episode. So I do have some surprises scattered throughout the episode.
I forgot it was my birthday next week. Is it next week? Yeah, today's
Yeah,
the
it's the
22nd,
30th.
so it's
this
yeah,
is
next
this
week.
is the last episode before your birthday.
Yes.
So
May has
I
been a
always try to
blur.
do the birthday episode before the birthday.
Right.
So this is the one.
When is this one coming out?
Oh, Charles said
Sunday.
sub daddy to me. Wow. Now I'm
yeah,
being
we're
called
not
daddy.
we're not ahead anymore.
Oh, okay.
So no head.
No head.
Oh, damn it. Motherfucker.
Whose dog?
Mary's.
Nick, did you get to hear last week's episode?
What one was that?
The chink in the armor, adulting with a pearl necklace.
No.
Hey, Sean.
It's
Chris says hi.
it's a really good one. It's a really, really funny one. There's so many moments that I'm gonna clip out and repurpose into shorter videos because it was a really good episode.
I get a text from my mother-in-law today. 7:22 a.m. Carol Burnett is still living.
All right, you guys ready?
I had no idea how to respond to that, so I just sent her pictures of the baby.
All right, 3, 2, 1. That's right, you're listening to the No New Friends podcast, voted #1 by our friends and family, and #3 by the Orlando Weekly Readers Poll. We are the podcast for adults who love to laugh at adulting. Now, if you'd like to connect with us, all of our links are right there on our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. While you're there, check out our really sweet merchandise. Join our clubhouse. Become a friend with benefits. That's our Patreon. For as low as $2 a month, you get all sorts of exclusive access. You get entered into different giveaways that we have for Crocs and other prizes throughout the year. Goddamn dogs.
It wasn't mine this time.
I was doing so well.
It's that
too.
Foster dog, I bet.
Yeah, I know. We are live right now on the YouTube. That's right, we go live on YouTube for everybody to see us recording these episodes. And these episodes have become very visual, very video oriented. And we do that every Wednesday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also Lewis, Sarah, Darren, and I go live from the theme parks almost every single Wednesday, 9:30 a.m., either Disney or Universal. My name is Scott. I'm the host. With me, as always, the scumbag reselling hoarder himself, Chris.
I wish I was drunker.
Our Jewish American princess, Sarah.
I agree with Chris.
Our emotional support gay, Nick.
I could use one too.
And our producer, Alex. So we have so much to get to today. Chris has to tell us something big happening. Actually, I'll tell you all what has happened big in his life, okay? Chris and his amazing wife, Emily, have brought into the world my version of the spawn of Satan. This baby has ruined my life since the moment it graced us with his presence. Let me tell you what happened to me last week, Chris.
Let's hear it, Scott.
So I get the text message on, what was it, Monday or Tuesday?
Sunday night. Well,
Sunday
Sunday
night.
night.
Yeah.
Thank you for
I
remembering.
think we're in early labor or whatever. And I was like, that could last 3 weeks. Don't worry about it. And that was the last that I heard until the next, at 2 o'clock in the morning.
It was, yeah.
They're inducing Emily. And I'm like, oh, wow, that escalated quickly. And then I looked at my calendar and I was like, crap, it's Tuesday. Okay. So we're a week ahead. No big deal.
Yeah.
So enter Wednesday. Wednesday is TikTok day. And Lewis and Sarah informed me that day that, hey, we've got a hard out time of like 11:30. Okay, no big deal.
Hard what?
Hard out time.
Oh.
You have any pictures of the heart out?
We usually go till 12. Well, then Darren informs me, hey, I also have a hard out time of like 12.
A lot of
And I'm
hard
like, wait,
ones.
so no one's going to join me for the
Everybody's
Indiana
hard.
Jones show today? And the answer is no. No one's joining me for the Indiana Jones show. Then, Chris, this is why your child may be the spawn of Satan.
Oh, let's hear it.
The rain comes down.
Oh, it
is
starts raining.
pouring-
Well, you're welcome. You're probably pretty hot that day. You're welcome.
No, well, we had our neck fan, which you can get on our TikTok shop. But I, as I'm walking to the park, I look at Darren. I said, "This is 13's fault," because that is what I'm calling your child, because she's been bad luck for me since coming into this birth.
So, she actually is the first descendant of both Benjamin Franklin and the Jersey Devil.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
so I'm related to Benjamin Franklin on my side. Emily's related to the Jersey Devil on her side. Don't ask me to fact check that. It's true. It's in a book. Has her maiden name in it. It all adds up.
Okay.
The Jersey Devil's mom's last name was Emily's maiden name.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So luckily, my true bestie Hannah and her husband President Richard, they joined me at the park so I could see the Indiana Jones show. But I was bored, and Chris, I indulged in one of our favorite pastimes, and that is watching Kelsey Ray
Kelsey
NPC
Ray. Yeah.
on TikTok.
Yeah, I've already showed my daughter Kelsey Ray.
Yeah. Please explain to everybody who Kelsey Ray is.
Kelsey Ray is an NPC TikToker, which is a non-playable character in a video game that just kind of stands there. They don't serve any purpose. They're just kind of in the background doing something over and over and over again, such like the Mountain People I was talking about in the Mountain People episode. Kelsey Ray responds the same way to every single donation, whether it's a rose or a lightning bolt, and it's for some
I got a
people,
bear
I'm
hug
sure.
just for you.
For some people, I'm sure it's erotic for them. I think that people
For
get
some
off.
people, or
Yeah.
for 2 out of the 4 of us?
I don't know about Nick and Sarah. I'm not sure if you guys are turned on by that kind of stuff.
I don't even know what's happening anymore.
They're,
You
No,
lost me.
but I was telling Lewis earlier about the cyborg lady, and she is impressive.
I don't know of this lady.
I don't know the cyborg
see,
lady.
no, now you're gonna get invested. You're welcome.
See, the people of TikTok is why TikTok can't go away.
Yeah, if TikTok goes away, I will. I'll subscribe to anything Kelsey Ray puts out. So there's something just so charming about her.
She is very charming.
And when people donate lightning bolts and go, "Ow, I can't believe you just
I
said
can't
that,"
believe you just said
it
that.
makes my heart hurt.
That's my favorite.
It makes my heart
That
hurt.
is
I feel so
my
bad
favorite.
that she's getting shocked by these lightning
That
bolts.
and the high bear, just hi, here's a hug, just for you.
I like the GG when she has the little GG dance.
GG. GG. Yeah.
Then we have Wish Kelsey Ray too, but she doesn't stand
Yeah, but Wish
up to-
Kelsey Ray watches our streams and gifs.
Oh, does she
so-
really?
Yeah.
The African American one?
Yeah, Sully.
Suddy.
Suddy.
Suddy. Shout out to Suddy.
Something like that. I don't know.
Shout out to Suddy. Yeah. Kelsey Ray. So I said I wanted to print out Women of Power and put them in my daughter's room. Kelsey Ray will be on one of those ones. Harriet Tubman, Amelia Earhart, Kelsey Ray.
That and the meth cooking Oompa Loompa from the
Oh
Willy Wonka
yes. I
Experience.
forgot about her. How could we forget about her? Yeah, we'll have to come up with a list of women in power because I think Harriet Tubman, Amelia Earhart's a little overplayed. We need new women of power, right?
Right.
Harriet
right.
Tubman gets the $100 bill. What does Kelsey Ray get, other than my hard-earned money?
Right. I've spent more money on Kelsey Ray's room than anybody else.
Yeah.
It gets to the point, guys, when I get the notification that Kelsey Ray is live, I immediately send a group text to Darren and Chris, and I'm like, here's our girl.
And Darren hates it, and then all of a
Darren
sudden he starts
hates
sending
it.
it. All of a sudden
I know.
he's now on the Kelsey Ray train. We have to come up with like a fan names for her. Like we'll figure it out. Like
We
Taylor
will
Swift or
figure it
Swifties. Well, what are we?
Ragers. Raging.
Oh, Kelsey
Raging?
Ragers.
Kelsey Ragers.
I love that.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, we're all Kelsey Ragers over here. I love that actually. We'll put her on a shirt, make money off of her.
Yeah, right. Right next to the hot indie Justin shirts.
Yeah, I love making these really obscure people famous.
Right. Like Steve Joyner.
Oh my goodness.
Well, maybe we'll do an update on that later.
Yeah.
But Chris, you haven't had much going on this week, so I'll move over to Nate. No, Chris, how's your week going?
Take it from the top. We'll take it from the top.
It was a stormy night. Emily and I were bored.
Picture it.
I put on a little.
Maybe we'll fast forward a
Very
little
light.
bit. So Mother's Day
That's
was
what
on.
she was like. Was that a fast forward
Yeah.
or was that in like real time?
Mother's Day was on.
Although you're on Zoloft, so it probably lasted a lot longer.
3 weeks. Mother's Day was on the 11th, and we had a really nice get together at our house. We had it was a potluck one. Nice little adulting hack. If you don't feel like cooking or buying food, potluck.
Mention the word potluck.
Potluck it. Yeah, and people love potlucks. They're like, oh, I got this famous pasta salad.
Sarah loves pot. Luck.
And so everyone brings their best, and all the food's great because they only have to put effort into one thing, right? So it's awesome. So potluck, Mother's Day. Emily starts to get contractions that morning. They're like Braxton Hicks contractions, nothing crazy, and they're like once an hour. And so that whole day she's not feeling great because she's 9 months pregnant. Due date's the 18th. It's the 11th, so she's a week out from the due date. That night around 11 o'clock, she's like in a lot of pain. Starts going downstairs, doing little exercise ball stretches for the to help with the contractions.
I do ball stretches too.
And so she was in enough pain for her to get out of bed and go down and start doing that. And mind you, it's the 11th, right? Is it the 11th or the 12th? It was the 12th.
12.
It's on a Sunday.
Yeah, it was the 12th. So she goes down at 11 o'clock, and it hit me. I was like, I should probably start packing
And
for the
stop drinking.
hospital. And thank goodness I stopped drinking. At the Wednesday episode before Mother's Day was my last hurrah of just.
So I made a difference.
Oh
I made a
yes,
difference in your
yes,
life.
yeah. And
You
Emily
made a
saying this is the last time you're drinking heavily because
You didn't tell her labor is more of a state of mind and it'll be okay.
Yeah,
I,
just shake and wait till you sober up.
I may have said that. I forget. No, definitely didn't say that. So I was like, I should start packing. So because I tried to go back to sleep. I was like, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. I was like, man, I don't want to be woken up at midnight saying we're going to the hospital. So went out to my car, started clearing my car out. I started packing my hospital bag, put it next to hers that was packed for like the last month, right? And I try to get some sleep. An hour and a half goes by, and she's doing this app, counting the contractions, and it just keeps going. It keeps because once your contractions get like every 5 minutes
I
for
say,
a
is that
minute
like
or
5 minutes or
longer,
less?
yeah, you're supposed to go to the hospital. So she was tracking them, and the notification kept coming up: go to the hospital, go to the hospital. So she calls the hospital.
Jesus. Back in
Wow.
my day, we had an abacus and we were counting with the abacus the contractions. And it was like, should we go to the hospital? I don't know. The horse-drawn wagon may take us a while to get there.
So So she calls the on-call OB, and they're like, "Oh, give it another hour." I was like, Emily's in a lot of pain.
They want you to stay home. Honestly, they want you to be comfortable and stay home as long as possible.
But it's funny because they do, but they also tell you once you get contractions 1 minute or longer, 5 minutes apart, come on in, right?
It's like an early warning.
So, but it was bad enough pain to the point where like she couldn't do anything. It was really bad. So it was like taking her breath away. So we went to the hospital. They check her out. She's 1 centimeter dilated. That's it.
That's nothing.
That's it.
Let's go back home.
And they were like, "Yeah, we'll probably send you back home if it's less than 4 or something, right?" And it was 1. And she's in so much pain, like so much pain. I'm like, I don't know how we're gonna go back home when she's in this much pain. So they put the baby monitor and the contraction monitor on. And she was having some pretty intense contractions. I'm like Googling, like, what is this measurements and this and that? And she was like having labor intense contractions, but only dilated a centimeter. So the baby's heart rate was staying at like 130. And they like to see every half hour, I think, an acceleration. And it was like 40 minutes and there was no acceleration. So they're like, listen, we only have one way to track the baby, and it's the heart rate. And if we don't get an acceleration, we'll probably admit you and we'll get you induced. So there was
that didn't create an anxiety attack for you at all.
So, well, at first I was a little concerned when they're like, all right, we're going to induce you. There's been no acceleration because they gave Emily juice. She drank the juice, which wakes the baby up, did nothing. So as soon as they leave the room, after they said we're going to induce you, they leave the room to put in the orders. The acceleration comes. So the baby was fine. It was just she was just like knocked out, asleep. So she gets induced Sunday night. All day Monday, she's in labor. Just all day Monday.
That was a long labor because I was going to stay awake, and I'm glad I didn't because it wasn't until like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I think I texted you at like 11:30 at night, and I'm like, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, you're like, listen, I'm going to sleep.
24 hours from when you said they're inducing, and if you got there at 11,
yeah. So she was in labor for a little over 24 hours, and I'll tell you, I have a newfound respect for. I will never say a bad thing about a woman ever again, ever. Even Hillary Clinton, like nothing. Like there is, like it was. I was, and you know what was crazy? So that first night we barely got any sleep, and it was so hard to sleep. It was so hard to sleep because every 5 minutes she was getting contractions. She was so loud. I just could not sleep.
He puts a pillow over her head.
Like, be quiet.
No, she got an epidural not too long after. So she was going through the contractions unmedicated, and like hours later, like, you can have an epidural whenever you want. She's like, please, yes, please. So the anesthesiologist came in and administered the epidural, and then they gave Emily hers. And so we were both very comfortable. No, so it was horrible because like I'm trying to sleep because I know I need to get rest, so my anxiety doesn't spike up because I know I need to be sharp and not worrying. So I'm trying to get some sleep. Emily's there suffering. Nothing I can do. Like I can't do anything. So I'm getting her water when she needs a wet towel, whatever she needs. The doctors were in and out, but the thing that sucked is the doctors would come in, check for dilation. They're like, all right, I'll be back in about 4 hours. Like, oh my gosh. This happened for this, took a day. Then they have her start going on her side, her left side for like an hour, right side for an hour to reposition baby. So the baby, because the baby was kind of in a weird position. Like her head was a little like, I don't know if there's a medical term, but they said it was cockeyed. Which when I texted my sister cockeyed, she's like, I don't think that's a medical term. I was like, that's what the doctor said. I felt very weird to text cockeyed.
That's what Nick calls his pee hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took a look. I was like, trust me, this is not a cockeye. So they had her. They had her flipping from side to side, doing all these different medical things for inducing, and she's dilating very slowly. Which is, but what was awesome is we went on the 12th, which, we went on the 13th because we went at like 1 in the morning. Yeah. And Emily was like, oh, man, it's going to be born on the 13th. That kind of sucks. Like, we don't want the number 13.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was like, well, this is fitting because I'm going to call her 13. They call her 11. I'm going to call her 13. This is perfect.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Lucky number 13. Nothing happened all day. So that whole day was super long. Great food though. Hospital there had like a chef, and they had like a whole takeout menu. When he called, they're like room service, and I was like, oh, room service. Like it was great. So
Like the pictures you sent us, like I was very envious. Like the hospital room, like I could tell it was really nice.
Oh,
like
it was
you
great.
had like a comfortable place to
Yeah.
comfortable in quotations bed to sleep on.
Oh yeah, pull
like
out bed.
Sean and I had to cuddle on a sofa to try to sleep.
Yeah, no, it was very accommodating. People travel to this hospital to have their babies there, which I don't know how you could travel having contractions because that was insane. But anyway, so Monday's a blur.
Question: did you make
Yes.
her drive to the hospital?
Oh yeah, I was too. I
feel like-
was a nervous wreck.
I feel like you were way too
Yeah,
nervous.
I was a nervous wreck. She drove. I called my mom. She took us. She took us in.
Are you serious?
No, that's serious.
because
I could see that.
I could see that. I could
No,
totally
I-
see.
no.
Listen, when Darren was born, I was, mind you, I was 20 years old. I was not mentally prepared for that. I made my dad stay in the room. I was like, I don't know that I can handle this. She's gonna start yelling at me. I can't deal with this. And I was so scared because again, I'm a 20-year-old kid. It took me a day and a half to actually hold Darren for the first time. Because I never held a baby before.
It is terrifying.
And you're probably like,
Yeah.
what do I do?
So
Yeah, that didn't end until 24. And then I was like, okay, now we can hang out.
I did drive, and I was like, I wanted to get there. So it's 1 in the morning or 12:30, whatever time it was, and we pull up to like a red light, and I put my flashlight on, I just went right through, and she's like, please stop. Like I'm like, I do not want any accidents to happen.
Yeah, he's like, I just got this the car detailed. I don't need anything behind this.
So
The thing is if you would have gotten pulled over, they would have seen her. You would have said
Oh,
she's in
yeah,
labor.
yeah,
They would have
yeah.
given you an escort. It would
yeah.
have been fine.
Probably, yeah. So we get to the hospital. I told you that story. So it's fast forward to the next day. It's now Monday. All day, nothing happens. I got like 1 hour of sleep that night. So, or I got a few hours that night. No, I didn't sleep at all that day actually because we got there Sunday night. Didn't sleep at all. Took maybe a nap or so on Monday. So Monday night comes and I'm exhausted. Emily's exhausted. I close my eyes on the couch at 11 o'clock at night, and then I get woken up out of a deep sleep at 1:30 in the morning. And it wasn't our usual nurse. It was another nurse because the one nurse was on lunch break, which I still don't understand because it was 1 in the morning. But anyway, she was on
their
a
shift starts at 7 p.m.
So why are you having lunch? Can you call it like a breakfast break or a snack break? Why is it a
They have
lunch
to
break?
mentally prepare themselves and just call it. Yeah.
I don't know. Some lunch break, whatever. Another one's in there. They're flipping Emily, and I wake up and there's 2 more nurses in there. There's 3 of them all flipping Emily. I was like, maybe she just needs some help because this woman's not the nurse that was here. And then all of a sudden, like 10 nurses come into the room. At one point, there was a dozen nurses, and they come rushing into the room. And not mind you, I'm woken up out of a deep sleep, so I am like my heart's racing. A bunch of nurses are coming in. It's already been a grueling day. And the first thing out of my mouth is why are there so many people in here? And they look at me, and she was like, "Oh, she said we help everyone helps when they need help." I was like, "With what? Like, what is going on?" And all I hear is get the oxygen, and they put an oxygen mask on Emily. I look over, she's on all fours. They're like, we're looking for the heartbeat. I look at the heart rate monitor, and the baby's heart rate, which is supposed to be like 120 to 150 on average, dropped down to 60. And then nothing. I'm looking at the heart rate monitor, no heartbeat. So I am like, I just feel just like a wave go from my head to my toes of just like, I was like, I went into a panic. Nothing I can do, right?
They didn't prepare you that this is common.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. And I'll explain what happened at the end. But so I start getting dressed. I'm like, okay, this is going to be an emergency C-section. So I put my sweatshirt on, put my shoes on, like I'm ready to go to the operating room. And they're like, we're looking for the heartbeat. And then all of a sudden I start to hear, I said, is that the heartbeat? Like, yeah, that's it. We found it. And I was like, is this like, what just happened? And they're like, oh, this is super common. Like, why do you need a dozen nurses in here then? I think they're all just bored. It's 1:30 in the morning. I thought I lost my baby. Like, it was this, I kid you not. I was like, this is this is what it's like to be a parent. This is like
Yeah.
just constant worrying. And it was the most terrifying. I kid you not. This was it was the scariest moment of my life. Because I had no idea what was going on. I all I know is the monitor doesn't show a heartbeat, and they're saying we need to we're looking for the heartbeat. So what happened was the baby didn't like when she got flipped on one side, and earlier when she flipped on one side, didn't like it. Maybe the umbilical cord was being smushed or something, right? And so they didn't put her on that side. Well, this nurse put her on that side. Heart rate fell. They took the heart monitors off, and that's why the screen didn't show a heart rate.
It's like, was it plugged in?
So I had no idea that's why. And now I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, my baby's heartbeat didn't beat for like 5 minutes. Is that going to be bad? Like, I don't think that's good. And then they described to me, I was like, yeah, you know how like when you have a hose and then you just put it in half and then the water stops? Yeah, that might have been what happened. I was like, oh, that doesn't sound healthy. But it just turns out it was like nothing.
Just not plugged in.
So it's now 1:30 in the morning, and I can't sleep now. I was like, let's just get this baby out, please, please. And 2:58. No, we'll take it back a little bit. 2:35. They check and like, all right, we're gonna start pushing. 15 minutes later, well, let's say 14 minutes later, Emily's pushing, and the doctor goes, oh, she has some hair. And I was like, you can see her head. I like just started bawling my eyes out. Just the notion that this baby, after the traumatizing experience I had like an hour and a half before, hearing that the baby was like almost in our arms was like the best feeling in the world. And I just started crying already. And
God, you're a pussy.
and and it only took her 15 minutes to push. Then thank
That's
goodness.
not bad at
Hey,
all.
thank goodness, because 24 hours of labor, at least it was an easy,
Yeah.
process
Yeah.
that way. So
It was an easy process, yes. I'm sure Emily would
the easiest
disagree.
it could be. Easiest it could be. No, Emily. I'll talk about Emily in a second. But so the feeling that I don't think I will ever leave me is they take the baby and I cut the cord, which was cool. I didn't cut on the first try, unfortunately. I did miss a piece. I did go back for a double
Jesus, get
step.
it together.
Yeah, and I'm like holding scissors near a newborn baby was not the greatest thing for me after the night that I had. So they put the baby on Emily's chest, and just from the moment that the baby was put on her chest, she was looking at me. Her eye, because the other eye was like stuck shut. Her one eye was just staring at me, and it was like, oh my gosh, like it was like. It's a miracle. That's the only way to describe it. It's like magic that this baby was inside her, and it comes out. It's living, breathing, just staring right back. I will never forget that feeling. And
You will in middle school the first time she says that she hates you. Because it will happen.
But so she comes out and she's covered in birth, man. Covered in birth. Like nothing can prepare you for that. And so, I said, my biggest fear is having an ugly baby. And she comes out and her head looked like it was, she looked like she could be star next to John Belushi in Coneheads. Let's just say that.
John Belushi was never in Coneheads.
Jim Belushi? No, it was John Goodman. No, I think it was John Belushi. Dan Aykroyd. I knew it was one of the guys from Ghostbusters.
Belushi was not in Ghostbusters either.
Could have been.
What is wrong?
I think he auditioned. I think he auditioned for it. So they take the baby off of Emily's chest and they bring her over to the little table to clean her up. And they're like, and then they call me, hey, you want to take a picture? And I go over like real gingery, and I'm like looking at the baby. I was like, not really. Like, I don't like. This is like, listen. This was a beautiful experience. Beautiful. This is just. I don't know if I want to remember this part. So I'm like looking down, and her head's like 3 feet long. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm thinking like, we're gonna need like custom hats for this baby. It's like I don't know. Like
The baby's head is taller than Chris.
forget the hat. I'm gonna have to put a sock on her head. Like I don't know. I don't know what's gonna. So they hold her up for the like next to like the screen. Like, here, you gotta take a picture. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, taking the pictures. and she starts. Her eyes, her face is super swollen. Her head is 3 feet long. And she's just staring. I was like, "Hey, say cheese." Like I don't really know what to do here. And then she starts screaming. And I was like, "Oh man, this is even more. I'm more unflattering." Like these are photos that will never surface. Like I will. I said. And the funny thing is, like I sent them to the grandparents. Like, "Oh my gosh, look at this thing. Like look at this picture." And they were like, "Oh my gosh, it's so cute." I was like, "Really?" Like I mean, she's much cuter today. so anyway, the first thing I asked the doctors, I was like, "Yeah, so like is the head thing like is that normal? Is that normal?" Like, "Oh yeah, it'll go back by in a couple days." Like, oh my gosh, thank goodness. and then like, and her face was all swollen. That's gonna go down too. I was like, "Oh, okay." So, and they put a hat on her, and she looked so cute in the hat because it covered it covered 2 feet of her head. and I kid you not, like you put the hat on her and I could only see her eyes, and I saw me looking back at me, and it was the weirdest thing ever. Like I can see a lot of me in her. I see my grandfather who passed away years ago. I see him. It is the coolest thing ever. But yeah, no, she's a very very cute baby. I'm very very happy that her head shrunk. I was gonna look up to see how they did those shrunken head dolls. I thought I was gonna have to do some like voodoo on her for her early years to make it shrink, but Mother Nature has a way of doing that.
It's hard to like. I'm like crying over here because I'm like, you telling the story so amazing. I didn't want to like interrupt you or anything, but also I'm like, to make it somewhat funny, I guess. Like, they don't teach you this crap.
Nothing.
Like how the heads, like when they come out, like it's magic that the heads, like there's bones shifting and the pieces eventually, and that's why they say to like be careful with their heads and stuff. And it's just like we watched Piper's birth, and she came out in 2.5 pushes.
Wow.
And like you're just bringing back so many memories of that, and it's just it's amazing. But that afterbirth crap, that reminded me I'm gay. When I saw that, I was like, no.
The first thing that happened after all that, I was like, should I text Sean? I wonder if Nick's still up. I wonder if these guys want to. No, but it was. I have a new not like that. I didn't respect my wife, but I have a newfound respect for her, and like she is a fucking superhero. Oh my gosh, what she went through. And I just kept telling her how proud of her I was the whole time, but like even that wasn't enough. She was like, it was amazing to see. It's amazing to see what a woman's body goes through during. I could never do it. I would if I had to get pregnant, I would be a lesbian. Like if I was a woman, I would definitely be a lesbian. And I would be the dude lesbian because I would not be able to do any of that. It's crazy. It was insane. The whole birthing thing, by the way, didn't take a peek, nothing. That is not my job.
What?
What is that going to do for me other than traumatize me?
I was Sean and I were like, we watched it, but we were literally like 20 feet across the room. I want to be close to this. Like, I don't know.
I was at Emily's face. I was during the whole process. I was wiping her face down with a cool rag just the whole time, and that's where I needed to be. Right. That's the way I could help. I'm not doing anything down there except for scarring myself, maybe becoming gay. Yeah. Seriously, like that does not. That would have probably broken my marriage.
Like I think when I was born, I probably just opened my eyes, saw vagina, and was just like, nope, I'm good.
Yeah, if I saw what was going down there, I would have been like, no. So I just stayed up there. I I did my thing with the rag, cooling her down, and then that was it. But so we were in that labor delivery room, and they transferred us to to our suite, which was actually smaller than the labor delivery. I was kind of pissed.
Yeah. Your labor room is ginormous.
It was huge.
They don't give two shits about you once you're in that room.
Yeah.
No, they barely even check on you.
Yeah.
No.
And
before we get to all of
go
that,
ahead.
I want to take a pause.
Perfect.
I'd like to share my screen if I could.
Oh, sure. Hold on.
So this is Chris's birthday episode, and this year I did not get birthday messages from anybody because
there's nothing else good to say about me.
What's that?
There's nothing else good to say
Nobody had
about
anything to say about you.
No.
So I want to do something different.
All right.
Chris, scattered through the episode are some special messages for you.
Okay.
Here's the first one.
Hello, Chris. It is me, your favourite Oompa Loompa from the Glasgow. So Chris, I hear you're just like me and you have plenty of jelly beans, but you're also a messy bitch as well, just like me. Remember, Chris, clean up your wrappers because everyone doesn't need to deal with your mess. My gosh, it's like talking to myself. And I hear you've had your first ever baby Oompa Loompa. Oh, this is so exciting. Oh, congratulations on your new baby Oompa Oompa. May they win the golden ticket in life as well. Oh my God. On that note, I hope you have a fabulous Oompa Loompa doobity-doo day. And I hope you get the golden ticket as well. And congratulations on your new Oompa Loompa. Mwah. And remember, don't be a lazy slob.
That's really her.
That was really her, yes.
Gosh.
That's awesome.
I figured you would love
Oh my God, that was amazing. We have to end the episode. It's nothing's gonna get better than that.
What's that?
We have to end the episode. Nothing's gonna get better than that.
You know what? Let me give you one more.
Okay.
Okay. I have a couple of these.
You have a
Hold on.
couple of them?
I have a couple. So let me give you one more.
Wait. People were asking who was this. That was the Oompa Loompa from the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory experience in Glasgow that went viral that we talked about. That was with the unknown, and that everybody knows the story. But that was the Oompa Loompa from.
Was that the real
cooking meth?
That
that the real person? That's. I just thought it was like that Kelsey Ray lady like imitating it or something.
At first, I was like, is this like a Kelsey Ray wish Kelsey Ray? And I was like, oh my gosh, this is Glasgow royalty.
All right.
Rachel must have gotten a good bonus to get her.
She was the cheapest of the ones that I got.
There's more. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Here you go. Here's your next birthday message.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh!
Kelsey Ray wishing Chris a happy birthday. I hope your day is magical and you get so many gifts that you can collect. Congratulations on becoming a new father and enjoy your magical day. Bear hug just for you.
Oh my God! Yes!
Speaking of Kelsey Ray, that was apparently her.
Speaking of Kelsey Ray.
That's incredible. You need to send me all of these.
Oh,
like,
I will.
God.
I am saving the best one for last.
That was better than Kelsey Ray. Oh my God.
And for those of you that have no clue who she is, like me, what do I have to do to like make a cameo for somebody? Like, can I just send them to random people now?
So I actually had this idea, Nick. As I was about a week or so ago, I had the idea that I was going to do cameos for Chris's birthday.
Oh my God.
And I was like, wait a second, like anybody can be on cameos. I was like, what if the four of us sign up as creators on Cameo? I think that'd be fun. That's the end.
What would you charge?
69 cents.
Yeah.
I say, like, are we worth like more than $1 or?
I think we're like at least $5.
Like, I don't know how that works. How's the internet work?
I charge $5. $5 is like enough for someone to not feel bad but also feel good. Like, oh, I'm giving this guy $5. He definitely needs $5.
Spoiler alert for chat. It is not Eddie Deason. I did not get Eddie Deason, an Eddie Deason cameo. Eddie Deason doesn't make good cameos. I got one for my kids and my niece and my nephew for the Polar Express night, and it was okay.
It was interesting.
He's reading from a script.
He was reading from a script that Steve made.
Yeah.
But now, with the Steve saga, it makes more sense why Eddie was blinking so much.
He's like, help me.
He was sending Morse code. All right, you guys ready for Travels and Tribulations?
Absolutely.
It's back.
Orville and Wilbur Wright are perhaps most famous for the invention of the airplane in 1907. However, a few folks know that they originally started at a bicycle shop in Dayton, Ohio, which is where I am right now.
Oh.
However, when they decided to create the airplane, they left behind their bicycle business, much like an interview with Claudia Wells or anybody from Full House.
Shall it bring when the gentleman rings on travels and tribulations?
What's going on, No New Friends gang? As I mentioned, I'm at the Wright Brothers Bicycle Shop today. Interestingly, I actually am unable to ride a bicycle, and because of that, I figured I would list off things that some of you guys on the show can't do either.
Nope.
For example, Sarah can't have a relaxing Wednesday morning, ever. Nick can't take a work trip without having to record some kind of segment for Move I'm Gay.
True.
Chris is unable to not laugh at everything that happens in any of these segments like Jimmy Fallon.
Better say a prayer.
And Chris can't listen to Arkham Asylum Comics, the podcast. And my least favorite person on this show is unable to let me host an episode without him showing up even though he wasn't supposed to. It's an impossible challenge for him. Speaking of people related to No New Friends, Game Master Ryan is unable to count, seeing as he's from North Carolina, and Remy is not able to not copy other shows. That's right, you're listening to Scotty's Square Table. My name is Scotty, and I am joined by my dangerous co-host, Dane. Dane, how you doing?
Hey now, I'm doing real well. How about yourself, Scotty?
I am doing so well.
That's good to hear.
Now,
it's good to hear.
Dane, we're going to change things up a little bit on this show tonight. We're going to be adding in some things from other shows. For example, they've got that great Niels Wants to Know segment. They've got somebody who calls in, asks them questions they get to answer. You have any ideas on how we can switch that up, Dane, a little bit, add that to our show?
Maybe somebody calls in for a segment, right? Because it has to be a segment. And because we have a co-host from New Jersey, he does Jersey Man and maybe Florida Man, because the Florida-based podcast in those two states are really crazy. We do Jersey Man versus Florida Man. We find a really crazy news article and we try to guess like which one it is. How about that? Okay.
I love it. It takes so much from Niels Wants to Know, but I love it. Let's just copy that over. I love it.
I did take that from Niels once. No.
His also has that great travel update from Nick from Sandpiper Vacations. Any ideas on how we can add that to Scotty's Square Table?
Wait.
He can... Do you want him to sponsor the show?
Wait.
I love it.
Nick started doing
from Remy's Roundtable, Dee's notes at the end of the show where Mark McKay recaps the show. He adds in some funny quips, some funny lines. Anyways,
I mean, he could do something like that. He could do something like the exact same thing.
Oh, I love it. What if we had a guy named Chris? Then we could do some nice alliteration in there.
We could do that. We can see if Christian Cardozo wants to come on or something.
Yes, Christian Cardozo's Cliff Notes. That's perfect. What about the quick fact from the Disney History Podcast? What if there was a host that only showed up quickly for like an episode and then left for 5 episodes and then showed up again for another episode? You know, really quick fire right there. Sometimes with some quick facts.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
That is perfect. I think we've got a great show here. So stay tuned for the next episode of Scotty's Square Table. You're listening on Spotify. Has Chris ever crashed a helicopter in a hospital?
What? What?
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
God, that was like a podcast and a
updates. Go ahead, Nick.
That was a podcast and a podcast. I'm like, what is?
Nick started doing travel updates here first. I think.
I started on This Is.
Well, I know you. Oh yeah, you did.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe I did copy This Is. My bad.
And then
Anyway.
I think I don't remember how we started.
You called me and said, "Hey, you know."
I was like, your podcast is relatively good. Minus a certain host, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's how it kind of started.
Yeah.
So Chris, what I love, as much as this baby has ruined my life, I love that you have a new toy. In your life.
Oh, that's my favorite part.
I've been showing Rachel pictures and videos that you've been sending us.
Yeah.
I'm like, Chris is not taking this whole parenthood thing seriously.
You
at
can't. You can't.
But my favorite was the when the baby was crying and you superimposed it in front of
yes.
the painting.
Oh, I sent that to you? Yeah. That was immediately when she was. Hold on one second. We're gonna have to cut this. My Alexa will not. I have to unplug her. You can hear her, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Why does she have an English accent?
She doesn't. She's American. That's just her voice.
That's
No.
racist, Scott.
Definitely what
Yeah,
mine
the hell?
sounds like.
Yeah. Scott Sexton changed all his Alexa voices to men. But anyway, so yeah, the minute she was born, or the day she was born, within 24 hours, they photoshopped her in like so many different things. That was that.
I need more.
That was that terrifying
more?
picture. No, that was a terrifying. Did I send you the one of her feeding in a nest with the other birds?
What?
Yeah, I'll send that one to you guys. Yeah, because like her screaming, I was like, she looks like a bird, like screaming for worms.
Yeah.
I will send that one. I'll send that one to you guys.
I'll go through and see now.
But yeah, between that and then I had her listen to the podcast in the first hour of her. I had her listen to Kanye West, Lady Gaga, and No New Friends podcast the first hour of her. And then
So
like
now she's racist, anti-Semitic.
she's multicultural. Like to
Well, I
call
made
it.
you do Gaga because you sent the picture, and I'm like, no, we can't ever be racist.
Yeah, immediately sent the Gaga video.
Yeah.
No, so like I don't even call her by her name yet anymore. Like I just love nicknames. So like her name's Eliana. I call her Ellie. Right, said I was gonna call her 11, but I've started calling her Ms. Baggins because I watched the first half hour of Lord of the Rings, and the Hobbit's last name is Baggins, and she's like a little hobbit, a yobbit, if you will. And so I'm like, "Hello, Miss Baggins, how are you today?" And I just come into the room and ask her how she's doing. And hasn't really said much yet, but yeah. So like the nicknames just progress as we go on. But yeah, she's really fun. Like you just poke her a little bit, and you like squeeze her cheeks, make her smile. Like I'm on FaceTime with my mom earlier. She's like, "Oh, smile for me, smile." So I just take her. I was like, spread her cheeks, make her smile. She's just fun. She's fun.
You need to send more. Like I'm obsessed with baby pictures, and like I love seeing your dadness coming out of it now because of doing those fun photo shoots. We have so many photo shoots of Piper and baskets and everything, all the fun stuff.
God, love a good basket pic.
And I'm like going back through our group chat, and I'm like trying to remember what all you sent, because it's been a very long, stressful week. And I see the art picture, and of course the very next picture we get is a message from Mr. Scott, and it's a picture of Hot Indy. We don't care. We don't care. I want baby pictures. Like, we don't respond to Scott. We all respond to the baby pictures.
I will send you plenty.
I like that Chris sent the baby picture of her in his legs, and I'm like, oh, she looks so cute. And you're like, are those Pizza Planet Crocs?
I know. I zoomed in.
Zoomed in.
And so like nice legs.
I know, it's like nice legs. Like, oh, there's a baby. Oh my gosh,
I
this
just
is a baby picture.
I just sent the picture in the group chat of her in the nest with the other birds.
Oh my
And
gosh.
and that's the photo that I was talking about. They're like, would you like a picture? And that's the photo. I was like, why did you do this to me? I cannot wait until she's 18 and like her 18th birthday party is gonna be like that picture just posted everywhere. She's gonna be like the most beautiful little girl, and everyone's ever gonna see is just that picture just posted everywhere.
I wish the world could see this picture right now because it's
The
freaking hilarious.
You have to put it in our members.
I will put it on members only on Discord.
Oh my god.
So before I finish this
if you
whole,
want to be in our members only Discord, just join our clubhouse, our Patreon, for as low as $2 a month, and you could be in the members only or be a TikTok subscriber. Either or. Paid members, members only, you get the exclusive content.
I'll wrap this story up after I talk about my hospital story. 'Cause there's gonna be a lot of updates for the rest of my life. So the hospital stay. We get to that room, and it was cool because when my parents and my sister came, like she was only like 5 hours old because she was born at 3 a.m. She was less than 12 hours old. He didn't come at 8 o'clock because I was sleeping. Came around noon, and oh man, you know what I learned so quick is people who are related to a baby, whether it be an aunt or a grandparent or a cousin or something, they just love doing stuff that you hate. Like, so I get there and she's like, she needed her diaper change. I was like, hey, Britt, you want to change your diaper? She's like, I'd love to. I was like, oh, knock yourself out. And she does that. And I was like, you want to change her for the day? Like, yeah, that sounds great. And they do
how
that.
many diapers have you actually changed?
Oh, tons. I'm a big diaper guy now. Yeah, I'm a big diaper
Would have
guy.
been funny if you said 0.
No, she doesn't poop much, which might be an issue. We do have to call the pediatrician tomorrow, but it's been 2 days. But no, it's she's on like full breast milk, so it's like she doesn't poop much. I think it's how it works. I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow.
This is
Anyway,
and this is where the podcast is going to be going now. And I was super excited for you to join this club so we can talk about baby poop.
So here, first baby poop story. First baby. So the horrible first poop is the meconium, merconium, zirconium, whatever it's called. It's black tar. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's black tar. It's all the stuff that they
Well, in Scott's it was probably different, I'm sure, for Darren, but he wasn't in the room. He wasn't in the room for that either, I'm sure.
So she waited to poop for like a day, and it was the middle of the night, and the nurse comes in. She's like, "Would you like me to check her diaper for you?" I was like, "Why are you even asking? Are you serious?"
Say less.
It's VIP service at the hospital.
I was like, "How much?" She's like, "This is a complimentary service. Well, we're gonna bill your insurance $7,000 for this diaper change, but for you, it's free." So I was like, "Yeah, please." And she opens it up. She's like, "Oh, here's the meconium poop." I was like, "Oh, what a shame. Wish I was hoping to change that one." And she literally took that shit and just like made it look like she was a pro. And wiped her down and everything. And I was like, hey, can I just take a peek real quick? And I took a peek, and it was definitely black shit. Like, it was terrifying. It looked like something from a horror movie that should have been moving. Like, it did not look like a poop. So I was like, how could something this cute? Yeah, it looked like Venom. I actually put my hand in it thinking that I'd get the symbiote. All I got was pink eye. But
Smelly fingers.
It's actually still on my fingernails. It's disgusting. So, so she cleaned that up, and then like every time, like I'd call at like 3 in the morning, like, "Hey, could you swaddle her real quick for me?" I'd press like the emergency call button because I didn't know how else to call them. So I just like bing, 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 bing.
Because we can't swaddle them like the nurses do.
No,
like,
no.
They're
and
intense.
It's like this falling apart burrito. They do it. It's like professionally done. Like, oh,
It's like they worked. It's like they worked at Chipotle for years. Like, I shot my first day at Chipotle. I'm like, really? How's this fitting there?
So I tried to.
I did tell a nurse that. I said, I think you missed your calling. You probably should have worked at Subway instead of being a nurse.
I tried to swaddle her, and then she's so damn strong, and she loves her hands. She's like fighting out of it. She's like. And like she's like her hands get up, and then like the blanket was like covering like her bottom, like her chin. And I was like, oh my gosh, is she gonna suffocate? Like, I'm like looking at this, and I'm like thinking, like, I can't go to sleep. 45 minutes, I'm like swaddling, re-swaddling. Then she farts. I'm like, oh my gosh, did she poop? I check her diaper, no poop. And then I swaddle her again. Tried to swaddle her again. Again, she moves. Her arm is out now. So I just called the little emergency button. I was like, hey, I called her directly. I was like, hey, could you just like come and swaddle my baby real quick? And she's like, oh yeah, of course. And they come in and they just like boom, boom, boom. And what I learned from the nurses that gave me the most confidence was how rough they are with the babies. Because like I think I'm gonna break the baby. Right? I'm dressing her, and it takes me 15 minutes to put a onesie on because I was like, I don't want to break her. Yeah. Like so she literally choke slammed my baby to put her in the onesie, and
said yeet.
Yeah. And so I started just yeeting her arms right through her little holes in the onesies. And now I can dress the baby relatively quickly. But what an experience. So they said, they're like, listen, the OB will tell you can go home tomorrow because she was born Tuesday really early. Like, you can go home Wednesday. Like, but you can stay Thursday. You know, we're staying. We're definitely staying. 3 cooked meals a day.
Yeah,
That was like good meals.
It's like a deluxe resort at Disney World.
Nurse on
Chris is
call.
like, yeah, and it's my day to cook, so yeah, we're staying.
Yeah. Scott, how much you pay for that that little resort in Jamaica? I got that for free. Well, it's
Well, insurance paid for it.
yeah, it was like $70,000, but I didn't pay $1.
Well, and the next 18 years, but
In the next 18 years.
That too.
But she's great for content, so that evens it out. So yeah, so like, no, we're not leaving here. We're staying the extra day. It sucked coming home. We were depressed. We come home. First of all, Emily's in the back seat now, so it's like I'm like chauffeuring her around. I'm driving Miss Daisy.
So no more roadhead.
Mrs. Daisy's. Oh my gosh, I'm driving. Oh my god.
I was wondering at what point like we can make jokes about a baby, but like still incorporate sexual activities or adulting content. This is Scott went there first. So thank you.
Thank goodness for
The seal.
Thank goodness for Velcro swaddles, by the way. Shout out to Ryan from Jersey Man vs. Florida Man, who sent me the most amazing little care package. For I'll tell you what he sent me in a second. It's hilarious. But he sent the baby like all these Winnie the Pooh things. That's Emily's favorite Disney character, and he sent me like these amazing Winnie the Pooh swaddles that Emily wanted to buy but could never find in her size, like for newborn. So thank you so much, Ryan.
And Emily's size or the baby's
size? So I go through all the baby stuff, and then there's this white envelope, and it says for Chris, in quotes, this is waterproof. And I open it up, and it is my all-time favorite Pokemon card etched into stainless steel.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, he
Wow.
custom made me because he asked me a while ago what my favorite Pokemon card was, and I forgot all about it. And I'll put a picture in Discord. It made me tear up because I was like, it was one of the most thoughtful gifts that anyone's ever given me. And the whole waterproof thing because of me spilling the wine on my $100 Pokemon card. And it is like, I cherish that thing. It is one of the coolest things that I own. It's thank you so much, Ryan. That was super nice of you. And
Ryan
the
actually
baby
has
stuff
a
was
heart.
cool too. Yeah, the baby stuff was cool too. But yeah, thank goodness for Velcro swaddles. And also thank goodness, I talked to Nick about this. He asked me if I was going to use like an owlet or anything, and I did not get the owlet. I got this thing called a Nanit. It's this camera that you put a band around the baby's torso, and it senses them breathing. So at the hospital, that was one of my biggest concerns. Was like, I hope the swaddle doesn't cover her face, and that's why I had the nurse's swaddle. At home, I put this band on her, and the thing just watches her breathe all night. And if she doesn't breathe, it sets off like an alarm and scares everybody.
The technology with baby stuff anymore is it's so amazing. It's like, I remember my mom like kind of like she's in all of everything. She's like, we didn't even have car seats for you guys when you were baby. We just put it on the floor.
Yeah.
Like it's so crazy to see how much has evolved over time, even in the past 6 years. Because we just had the outlets, and that was the new technology that was helpful for us mentally, as well too, and as well for the baby. But it's insane.
Now,
so can I cut in real quick? Actually,
absolutely.
Move. I'm gay.
That's the greatest thing ever.
Nick's on the mic, so it's time to take notice. And if you don't like it, that's homophobic. Stay the hell out of his way. Move, I'm gay.
Well, I figured if I didn't cut in here at some point, Chris would probably just go on for an entire hour talking about this damn baby.
Yeah, I would've.
No, I'm just kidding. I love her. She's freaking adorable. We haven't talked about the fact that I just got back from vacation.
Right.
So
Welcome
let's
back.
talk.
I thought you were talking about that last
hello.
episode.
When you landed.
Well, there's supposed to be a last episode, and then you decided to have a baby last week, so we had to cancel the episode recording. So here we are a week and a half later, and my skin is peeling because Sean and I literally got so burnt on our vacation. We got back from the Royal Caribbean Icon of the Seas. It was a really different experience this time. As I talked, I think before about, I got invited on Icon of the Seas on a preview sailing. So that previous sailing, it was a 3-night cruise, and essentially it was a work trip. And a lot of people don't understand that my job is going on these trips. It's work. It's a lot of work. Seeing it
Let
from
me ask
this...
you a question. When you're on these work trips,
Mhm,
do you get to drink?
Yeah, on that one, they
Do you get to see the
unlimited
shows?
drinks. Yeah.
Do you get to go to the pool?
We did, but we didn't go.
But you could have.
If I had time, maybe.
It's a vacation.
Scott, you want to stop being such a hoe?
I did go on the water slides on that trip, so
Yeah, there
and
you
quit
go.
being a hoe. It
Killing
was
the
a lot of
vibe.
work. It was a lot of work last time. We didn't get the full experience because stuff was still in testing. The food was still, they're working out all the kinks on the food and making it perfect based on guest experience and reactions. So this time we spent the entire 7-day cruise wanting to focus our energy on Piper. And I love talking about this because you are a new dad, Chris, and you'll kind of see, like, we felt, Sean and I, this past I don't even know what month it is anymore, this past year of 2024, 2020, I don't know what year. We've been so busy and involved in so much work and health issues and this and that we felt like we neglected time with Piper. So we spent this time focusing on her, and we made this cruise really all around her. And I think you'll see that in different trips and stuff coming up, even going to the movies or something like that. Like, we stayed in the Surfside area, which is the family area on the ship, and I think I went live stream, and Scott was, I think you were watching as well too,
Yes.
and you're just like, how is this even a ship?
It was incredible.
Like,
incredible.
This ship is ginormous, and like feeling it in real life and be able to experience it with our daughter, I'm worried. I'm like, we're gonna lose her. It's gonna take like 8 years to find her because the ship is so ginormous. But
And when the kids get to middle school, you pray that you lose them on a cruise ship.
Yeah, there got to a point, like, we stayed in the Surfside area, which is the family neighborhood, and it's designed for kids that age range. We had there was a carousel literally outside of our window, and she went on it probably 40 times. There is water slides and everything. Back there, like little kiddie slides, nothing super huge and fancy. There's a nice little buffet as well too, which was perfect for us because she's a picky eater. She only likes chicken nuggets, French fries, pizza. But they had dino chicken nuggets there, guys.
Oh.
Like, yeah.
Wow.
On a cruise ship, dino chicken nuggets. So we found out this cruise ship has probably 8 different varieties of chicken nuggets. That's how big the ship is.
That's my kind of ship.
Yeah. There's a hot dog cart right outside of our room as well too, which I spent a lot of time there.
There's one inside your room too.
Yeah. That's what I'm
And then
talking
he
about.
also ate the.
But speaking of shit, we had some issues on our cruise. So this cruise ship had, I think it has 7 pools on board and like
That's it?
6 water slides for 7,000 people. We went to the
That's
pool.
1,000 people per pool.
Thanks for doing math because
That was math.
I was not gonna try. We went to the big pool the one day with Piper because she loves swimming, and it's closed.
Oh.
The biggest pool in the ship. So we're like, okay, let's go try back in the little kiddie pool area. We go back there. It's closed. So I look on our Facebook group for our sailing, and 3 of the 7 pools are closed because somebody took a shit in them.
At the same time.
I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was at the same time. It basically, they said it takes about 4 hours for them to drain everything, scrub it down, and refill the pools.
That's like a terrorist attack.
ship.
That sounds coordinated.
They are very intense on this cruise.
That may be a little bit of an overkill.
That's what we thought too. I'm like, I've never experienced this before on any of my 33 cruises I've been on now, where a pool's been closed.
You pull the poop out. If you feel like you need to drain the water, refill it.
Yeah.
All this scrub, like the chlorine kills it.
I'm like, we've been through COVID. At this point, just fill it up. There's literally 7,000 people trying to use 3 pools at this point.
Yeah.
So
I'd swim in a shit pool at that point.
Yeah,
Just leave it. I'll go down and grab it.
Right? Just give me some gloves. Let me take care of it.
It's chlorinated.
yeah, so this wasn't just one day. This was literally probably 6 of the 7 days that we were on this ship.
What?
Where
What?
multiple pools were closed due to poop or somebody vomiting. So I don't know. We don't know what was happening. They said there's 1,200 kids on board our sailing, which was actually a low number. Normally there's about 2,400 to like 3,000 kids on a ship.
Signs, please do not poop in this.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like there's a lot of kids in there that should be. So
Just make
Chris,
sure there's pictures for Ryan.
Sounds like you cruise with Al Qaeda, Nick.
maybe it was the most odd sailing that we've ever had in that sense, and like all of our Facebook pages, just people are arguing like the kids shouldn't be in the pool with swimsuits without swim diapers. Which yes, that's the role is if you should have a swim diaper on, and you can't even use the pool with a swim diaper. So I think people were trying to break the rule by just putting their kid in a freaking swimsuit and saying, "Oh, my kid can swim." They weren't potty trained, so it was just a nightmare after nightmare every single day. And I don't like to complain about my experiences often. Like there's flaws in every vacation I've been on. This one was a huge one, and unfortunately, it didn't get fixed. And their response was, "There's 4 other pools." So do the math now, Scott. At 7,000 people, 4 pools, but mind you, these pools are tiny. Like I think it's a capacity of 28.
Yeah, you're getting now to almost 2,000 per pool.
So yeah, it was a bit intense, but we did have an amazing time overall. We were trying to, and that's the thing too, is there was an adults only pool, and we're trying to get time away from Piper. So we're like, Piper, go to the kids club for a little bit, but she was just very latched on to us pretty much the entire cruise, so we didn't really get a break. But I don't regret it because I had that amazing time with her and building those memories with her. That's these are the moments now that she's building those memories with us that are gonna last lifetimes. So I want to make sure they're positive. I don't want to be an asshole dad like Scott or anything, but
It's true.
so yeah. But our cruise is great. We went on an awesome excursion in St. Martin, so we have an awesome. We're trying to do more experiences as well too, to let my clients know about those excursions. So we did one where Sean sat on the sun and was peeling like 7 layers of skin. It was very rough.
He sat on the sun?
The son of who?
So he was 18. To be fair. So let me ask you guys a question. When you go swimming, at what point do you put sunscreen on?
Before I leave the house.
Like 18,000 times. I am so white.
I'm a sunscreen hoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will
Never.
reapply.
Never? Yeah, Sarah, you're a...
Also,
Yeah.
I don't go
No,
out in the sun. I
because
stay
I
in the
just
shade.
I hope one day that I'll tan instead of burn. I don't know what it is.
This will be the day. This will be the time.
It hurts always.
And unfortunately, I'm the planner in our family.
No.
So I put my sunscreen on right in the cabin before we leave. I make sure Piper's is on. I'm an adult. Sean's an adult. He doesn't put it on until we get to the catamaran. Not only we get to the catamaran, 5 seconds before he jumps in the water. So, yeah.
So just beads
do
right
the,
off of him.
do the math there. It didn't stay on, so he's not learned his lesson. He is 40-something years old now, and still doesn't know how to play sunscreen. So if anybody wants to come here and show him, he might have had a little too much rum punch, but yeah. That is all I have in my travel update. Thank you for listening. Oh, I do have a big announcement, actually.
Oh, you're gay.
I'm gay. Come on, guys. I forgot the actual travel update I was going to update, but I wanted to tell my story about my cruise too. So we just announced today, Sandpiper Vacations, we are putting together a group cruise on Royal Caribbean next summer. We are calling it Seas of Support. So we are doing a fundraiser cruise to raise money for Ronald McDonald House Charities of Central Ohio.
Cool.
So as many of you might know our story that we, Sean and I had a daughter that passed away in 2016 when she was 3 months old. We stayed at the Ronald McDonald House. We learned how amazing this place is for you to stay if you need a place to stay while your kid is in the hospital. And we, since Harper passed away, we decided to get back there every year. Now we've teamed up with them with Sandpiper Vacations and are doing we put together a group cruise. So we're going to have some people on board. We're donating a portion of our proceeds back to the Ronald McDonald House in memory of Harper. So
that is amazing.
And if you want to hear more about that story and the Ronald McDonald House and kind of everything that goes with it, episode 149, Okay Not to Be Okay, recaps that, and that was an After Dark episode.
Yeah, it was a very touchy topic to talk about, and I don't want to get too sappy or anything about it. So it's Ron McDonald House means so much to us that we want to make sure we give back. So we put together the script trips for people to have a fun experience, get out of the house. Sean and I, our motto since she passed away is just keep swimming. So we want to invite people to swim with us and take a cruise and raise money for a great cause. So you can find out more information about that at sandpipervacations.com. We did just go live with it today, so we just set that up on the website. So it's going to be a huge thing. We are going to set up a donation as well too. So if you can't go on the cruise and want to donate, we will have that on our website here pretty soon too.
I love that. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Hang on one second.
And you can donate to keep Scott from going.
Sorry, I just have to say goodnight to the Abby, who's now filling up my water because she's old enough to do.
Aww.
How old is she?
She turns 12 on Monday.
All right, so 11 more years.
Yeah.
11 more years. I can do this.
Thank you, sweetheart. Appreciate it. I love you. Good night.
And it's like now you have friends, Chris, with
Take a
like
shower?
a timeline of kids.
I know.
So you can see the different ages and the different things that, like,
learn 3
Yeah,
years.
you can hit me up at 4 years old because that's where I started. So anything past 4, I got you. But
You're the expert.
But until she reaches 4, I know nothing.
Until she reaches 4, I'll just take the pictures.
All right, are you guys ready for Jersey Man, Florida Man?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where do I say
Flipping a fan boat, a crash in a truck. These states are filled with people who suck. So it's time for us to play New Jersey Man versus Florida Man.
Every week, Game Master Ryan brings us 2 news stories. One is from Florida, one is from Jersey. It's up to us to determine which one is which. Take it away, Ryan.
Don't worry, guys. This segment won't be as long as Remy's word of the week last week. Jesus, Remy, you went so long that your background music looped 3 times. Abby will be graduating college by the time she's done reading off all the words you mispronounced. Maybe Remy needs Duolingo for English. Anyways, hey guys, this is Ryan coming to you from the No New Friends newsroom located this week at the hospital. We heard Emily was having the baby, so we all showed up. Well, everybody but Nick. Nick couldn't come because he just got off a cruise. I asked if he got any souvenirs while on the cruise. He said no, but he did get a couple pearl necklaces while on the boat. Not really sure what he meant by that. Sarah's over there practicing her Duolingo because Lewis refuses to teach her Spanish. I swear, Lewis is the first lazy Mexican I've ever heard of. Unless he's chasing a taco truck, and he's running like the Border Patrol is chasing him. Scott's around here somewhere. I think Scott snuck off to find some Zoloft because he heard a friend told him he'd last longer in bed if he took it. I guess that's a side effect? I don't know. I know Chris is taking it, so I know weight loss isn't a side effect of it. Oh, there he is over there. He's live streaming from the hospital asking for roses on TikTok. Jesus, Scott, you've gotten soft. You're softer than Nick at the Playboy Mansion. Chris just came out here and told us everything is fine.
Everything.
Man, he looks nervous. He looks more nervous than Darren when Scott tells him he's running out real quick for some milk and cigarettes. Darren's over there watching wrestling on the TV. Which is funny because Scott mentioned that Hulk Hogan is his favorite wrestler, which makes sense because they have a lot of things in common. They're both bald, desperate for attention, approved for Medicare. And they both have one rule for dating their daughter. The doctor just came out here and told us the baby is here. He said he's never seen a baby born taller than the father. He also told us that Chris got to cut the cord, which means he's already hung out 15 minutes longer than Scott did when Darren was born. The doctor said after the baby was born, they had to put Chris on an IV of popsicles and ginger ale. So while I go check on how he's doing, let's get into this week's Florida Man or Jersey Man. And for our first story, a man is arrested for stabbing 2 women outside a gas station. And for our second story, a sheriff sues Walgreens over incident in parking lot.
Okay. Not a lot to go off of here.
No.
Sarah, what are your thoughts?
This one's tricky. There's no drugs involved. Well, there could have been, but that's my go-to. I'm going to go with the first one with the shooting being Florida.
What about the stabbing one?
Wait, was it stabbing or shooting?
It was stabbing. Trust me, when I hear stab, it sticks with me. No pun intended.
Oh, well, then you make me want to change my answer, but I'm still going to stick with it.
All right.
Stabbing, Florida.
Okay, Nick?
Yeah, it's a tough one there because it's stabbing and shooting, correct? I'm lost now.
We don't
There's
know
shooting
it was just
too?
an incident at Walgreens.
Oh, okay.
Stabbing and an incident.
An incident.
Incident could be anything.
Yeah, I feel like
Right.
incident, Florida.
Chris?
I'm gonna go stabbing New Jersey. That's just it's on our state flag. I'm pretty sure someone's stabbing someone else. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Chris. I'm gonna go stabbing New Jersey and then the incident at Walgreens, Florida. So let's find out the answer.
So our first story is from Florida, where a man is arrested after authorities said he chased after a mother and daughter outside a Wawa. Officers arrived on scene to find 2 women, a 48-year-old and a 22-year-old, had both been stabbed. One of the victims told officers that her and a third woman got in an argument with the man outside the Wawa before he threatened, saying, "I'm going to kill all 3 of you." This just sounds like a terrible, terrible person, and his mother probably should have just let him be a pearl necklace. So that means our second story is from New Jersey, where a sheriff is claiming in a lawsuit that he suffered painful injuries that led to permanent disability when he struck an upturned manhole cover in his car in a Walgreens parking lot. I know one member of this podcast is going to have a problem with this story because Nick has a very strict rule on covering manholes. And in other news, a Texas couple get married in a Buc-ee's gas station. By the look of the pictures, looks like the mascot Beaver himself officiated the wedding. After hearing about Chris's sister's wedding, this is the second instance I've heard about somebody wanting to get married by a beady-eyed rodent. All joking aside, before I go, I do want to wish Chris a happy birthday. And also I wanted to say congratulations to Chris and Emily on the birth of their daughter. I'm sure you guys are going to be fantastic parents. Just don't listen to Scott. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you so much, Ryan.
I feel like Ryan hates me this week. I got all the,
You should
and
have heard what
I
he
want.
said last week.
Oh, I want to. Well, that's probably why, because I wasn't here the last week. I want to know what was in his search history with pearl necklaces right now.
You have to listen to the episode.
Gosh,
There was a whole conversation about pearl necklaces from last week.
I miss it. I'm sorry. I'll catch
That's
up.
all right, Mary. I mean, Nick. Sorry. I'm just kidding. Alex, cut that. So Sarah, we found some hidden well, not really hidden. We knew this about her. So Sarah had the gimbal today at the Universal when we were live streaming on the TikTok. It's TikTok Wednesday. And Sarah was the star today.
She was great.
She was great.
I had no adult beverages in me as well.
Right.
I thought you did.
I don't know what it was.
I thought you did. Something
absolutely
got
didn't.
into you. Something got into you. Water. You were just hydrated today.
She was just hydrated. Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. Scott looked at me sideways when we got to the bar and he goes, "What do you want to drink?" I'm like, "I'll take a bottle of water." He's like, "What?"
Wow.
Yeah, I was like,
Trying something new, guys.
I was like, I know she didn't
love
ask
that
my
dr-
permission to get pregnant, so it can't be that.
I love that journey for you.
Thanks. I got a headache last week. It said that the spot was dehydration, so I decided I was going to start drinking water like the first time in a year.
But it was funny. She started streaming. I was immediately hungry. Wanted to eat. She's like, no, the views are high. We keep going. We march on. So now she knows. She knows how
Yeah.
crazy. Once that gimbal's in your hand, it's over.
I
Did you
did.
get to
I
eat,
had fun.
Scott?
I did not.
He took 3 trips to the bar though, so don't Don't
We
let
call
him
it the
act
gym.
like we do. I know, because we got to one of the bars and he said, "I'll take the blue one," and she goes, "Bud Light," and I didn't see the look on his face, but I can imagine it, because then he pointed to the gimbal like, "Oh, you can't say that." So I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'll take the blue one.
So,
there was this video that went viral the other day. The biggest streamer in the world. His name is Kai Cenat, and he streams on Twitch just in his bedroom. And he had someone on stream, and they opened up a Corona and started drinking it, and he almost tackled the guy. He's like, no, stop! I was like, this is Scott every Wednesday. This is Scott.
Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, the amount of rules that we have to deal with on the TikTok, it's
the amount of rules that Sarah has to deal with on the TikTok.
that's
Yeah,
really
not
what
we.
it is,
We's a
honestly,
strong.
because he's gotten used to the filter. I have not. I mean,
Yeah.
I can think of like 3 instances today where I was like, oh wait, I can't say that. Facebook, me pulling out a Scott, the book of face. Come on.
Well, what's so funny about that, Sarah, is like I've gotten so used to the tube of you, the book of face, the gram of Insta, that now I'm calling everything that. I'm like, oh, let's go see the the Potter of Harry, and it's like I don't have to say that, but it's just now become just.
You have a whole
instinct.
new language now.
It
with
is
this
a whole
TikTok.
new. It's like Pig Latin, but it's TikTok Latin, I guess.
I find myself correcting Lewis. He'll start to say something. I'm like, no, you can't say that. Stop. The views are going to go down. Oh my God. Because it's not me that's concerned. Although I'm concerned about how Scott's going to take it out on us.
Yeah.
So I'm like, please don't. At one point, I took over the gimbal, and I just remember I was like, all right, guys, like and follow. And I did the whole shtick.
You just rolled
And
your eyes. I saw you roll your eyes.
Well, at one point I was like, hey guys, this is Sarah, the co-host of the No New Friends podcast. And I did that thing that like a kid does. And I turned around and I looked at Scott and I'm like, is it good? Is this going okay? You're like 2 thumbs up. You're doing great. Keep going.
Scott's just behind you,
but I
taking off
did-
his belt to beat you.
the viewers went from like 70 something to well over 100. And I'm like, guys, look, we're doing great. So he left me in charge for the. I was actually pretty proud of myself.
That is a
But
huge
see,
honor.
Now,
Yeah.
it
You
really
pretty much-
was.
You pretty much had the gimbal from Lost Continent till almost the end of Universal. I think I took it back at
Yes.
DreamWorks. So you had it from
Yes.
Lost Continent all the way to DreamWorks.
I did. That
Yeah.
what an honor. Thank you, Mr. Scott.
Aw.
You're welcome.
I'm loving like we're all learning this like new weird side of like content creators that the 4 of us have been like we've been learning. Like, I literally live streamed on the carousel on the Royal Caribbean cruise ship one day. I got down to like 2 viewers. I don't know what's going on. I still need to figure all that crap out, but I was having so much fun. Like same thing, like nobody's watching me and I'm just like, hey guys, on the carousel on a cruise ship.
No, listen, I the girls had their standardized testing, their state testing, okay? And they both got really high scores, so they wanted to go out to dinner last night. We went to Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, the
Tell me
best.
way it was somebody's birthday next to us, and you know they do the yeehaw.
Oh, yeah.
I hear Scott's voice in my head. Yeehaw! And like, tell me why I joke around with Lewis when I'm listening to like Spanish music. I call this my white girl arm that comes out, but all of a sudden I'm at Texas Roadhouse and I'm doing one of these. And I didn't know what I was doing, but the Scott just, yeah. I need to stop hanging out with you so much. I'm kidding.
You're gonna make him cry, Sarah.
I'll see you next week. I'm taking my kids out of school. I'll see you next week.
Sarah, from one alcoholic to another, I want to ask you. Texas Roadhouse is one of my favorite restaurants. One, because they have really good, like it's a really good chain restaurant, right? But most importantly, outside the food, my favorite drink of choice, which I'm showing to the screen, Long Island iced teas. They have 3 different Long Island iced teas there.
Oh wow.
You know,
do you
this
dabble?
So I'm gonna be so honest with you. Lewis looked at me yesterday and he said, "You want to get a drink?" And I opened it up and it pisses me off like
What
no other.
does?
When I open up a menu, especially a drink menu, and you're not going to tell me how much the drinks are. Like, I'm not trying to be cheap, but if I'm getting one for, well, kind of, but if I'm getting one for $15, I better enjoy that drink. It better be something like a nice, strong drink because I'm getting one. All right. I don't want to be surprised when the bill comes. So I just kind of folded it back up.
That makes
and I'm
sense.
like, maybe my $7 bottle of Andre will be fine when I get home.
I went there on business, so it was Amex's problem, not mine.
Oh, see, there you go.
Yeah.
Roles reversed. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
try them all.
Love a good top shelf Long Island iced tea. I love when they ask you, would you like tequila, rum, vodka, gin, and you just say yes.
Yes.
And there's
Everything.
and just give me a little splash of Coke just to make me feel better about myself. And then Long Island iced tea was born. Yeah, love me a good Long Island iced tea.
All right, Chris, I would like to share my screen.
Oh,
if you don't
sure.
mind.
Yep, going there right now. You are good to go.
Okay. So now we have our last birthday message for Chris.
I'm
Now, this
very
one's
curious,
not-
Scott.
It's not going to be as funny as the other two, but it's my favorite because I think it's really cool, and I think you're really, really going to like this one. And this is the one that I'm kind of the most excited about.
I'm very excited.
I've given it all this hype, and you're probably going to be like,
Oh, stop. Is it Steve Joyner?
All right. What's that? It's
Is it
not
Steve
Steve
Joyner?
Joyner. It's not Steve Joyner.
Is it you?
So here we go. Let me stop sharing real
Okay.
quick. I just want to make sure I did the sound right.
Okay.
My heart is racing right now. I'm so
Really?
excited about this
Oh
one.
my
Yeah,
God.
I'm just really excited about this one. Like I said,
We-
some people may not know who it is.
I will, though. I will know who it is.
You will know who it is.
Okay.
We got a private text about this, and I don't even know.
Really?
Yeah. All right, so here we go.
All right, let's see.
From the Philadelphia Eagles, Vince Papale.
Hey, Chris, what's up, buddy? This is Vince Papale, former Philadelphia Eagle and the guy from the movie Invincible. And it appears like you're invincible right now. You're having a birthday, so happy birthday to you. And I think the invincibility comes because you've become a father for the first time. And I know you and your wife just had a baby girl. How cool is that? You'll see a little remnant of mine up there. That's my daughter, Gabriella. She went to Syracuse and worked with the Sixers and did all that stuff. And I know aside from probably maybe being a Sixers, Flyers, Tories fan, you're a huge Eagles fan and nothing better. So I figured I'd wear this in honor of all of us huge Eagle fans and the turf at Veterans Stadium. Outside my house, I'm in Jupiter, Florida right now. Outside my house, I have pieces of the original vet turf all over the place. It was a nightmare. But you know what? Hey, it's a pretty cool thing. Your buddies, let's see, the No New Friends podcast reached out and asked me to send this cameo out to you to wish you a very happy birthday. I have no idea what birthday it is. Well, I know you have a baby girl and also that you're a huge Eagles fan. But they did say that, we said, what are you doing for your birthday? They said you're going to collect Pokemon cards and you're going to be hoarding and eating. Hopefully you'll have a cocktail or two as well. But isn't it a beautiful thing, to have a birthday and to have that first child? I mean, that is as cool as it gets. I've got two now. I got Vinny. Vinny plays in the UFL. So if you get a chance, check out those Memphis Showboats. That's my little boy. But, there's nothing better than being a father or a mother. And, the dreams that you have for yourselves together, for them individually, it's so cool. And every once in a while, those dreams turn into nightmares. But, be there to listen. And, it's amazing how fast they grow. And I can't believe it's like yesterday that my daughter, Gabriella, was born on New Year's Eve. And here she is now announcing her engagement and talking about marriage in Philadelphia. Oh, yeah, by the way, a huge Eagles fan. So, Chris, and to your wife and to your baby, all the no names that I've got there, to the No New Friends podcasters, happy birthday to you, Chris. You are now part of an invincible team. And fly, Eagles, fly, baby. It's going to be wild, a decent draft. And we've got Barkley, not Charles, Shaquan. And it'll be a fun year. So, hey, let's go Eagles. But more importantly, let's go and have a great time with your birthday party. You're hoarding your Pokemon cards and you're eating and drinking. More than anything, just enjoy that beautiful baby of yours. There is nothing better than being a father. Happy birthday, Chris. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Wow.
That was awesome.
Scott.
What's up?
Wow. That was, I can't stop smiling. That was, so for For anyone who doesn't know who that is, Vince Papale is he was a walk-on player for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they made a movie about him, Invincible, starring Mark Wahlberg, because it was such an amazing story. It's
on Disney Plus.
Yeah, there you go. He lived in South Jersey. I guess he moved to Florida, so he's a big he's a big name in New Jersey, South Jersey area, but a huge name for the Eagles because this amazing story. Scott, thank you so much.
He was a bartender. Oh, you're welcome.
That was so cool. The coolest thing about that was how genuine that message was. Like he was like, it was like he was very.
He kept repeating and like, I felt like he kept extending it because he was very excited to share it with you.
Yeah,
he probably doesn't do many cameos.
Sure.
Because I searched Philadelphia Eagles just to see kind of who was out there.
That was
really
cool.
This one would be really cool.
That was seriously, Scott, from the bottom of my heart. That was super nice of you. Thank you so much.
Man.
That
I
was
wanted to do something
really
different
cool.
this year.
That was awesome. That made I cannot wait to post those so that all my friends and family can see this, especially Vince Papale. That was really cool.
Yeah, the hardest thing for me was to determine the order that I wanted to do it because
that was a really good last one.
Yeah, I was gonna initially have Kelsey Ray last, but I was like, nah, I think he'll really like this.
that was really cool. That was really cool. That was a perfect order.
And I will definitely send them to you.
Thank you. That was seriously. That was amazing. That made my whole life. my whole 20. We'll say my whole 29th. We'll say my whole 29th year.
I mean, hopefully the baby.
Yeah, and I felt a little bad saying that. That like a video of Vince Papale was. But I will say that. But as soon as my daughter is able to comprehend English, and as soon as I'm gonna look in her eyes and say, listen, like I love you more than anything in the world. The day you were born was the best day of my life. Only below the day that the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl. That's a huge compliment. If it's the Eagles Super Bowl, birth of my child. 1, 2. Marriage is probably 2. Is right with the marriage. No, it's fine. She knows. The day the Philadelphia Eagles. I cried more when the Eagles won the Super Bowl than any day of my life. And but
more
if you're
than the birth of your baby.
If you're number 2, that's an honor. That's an honor.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Now I want to go watch that movie when we're done here.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so good.
Do you have any cliff notes?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do.
Hey, Chris. Do you have any cliff notes?
I do.
It's been quite the show. A lot of stuff's happened, so nothing can stop this little boy from recapping the day. The Chris's Cliff's Notes way.
Emily just put in chat, I understand, by the way. She gets it. She totally gets it. She totally gets it. I had quite a few, actually, Cliff Notes. I did make the font a little bigger. I'm a dad now. My eyesight's going.
Well, yeah, when you become a dad, your eyesight immediately goes away. And also you could do that special whistle where there's like the vibrato in the whistle.
Oh, yeah, I know. I noticed that. The whole block can hear me. Yeah, it's weird. It's strange. So before we get the Cliff Notes started, I just wanted to share some somber news. The past 24 hours, the president of Iran was killed in a helicopter crash the other day. So, so sad. So I just wanted to say that real quick.
Silence?
So sad. Nah, it's all right. You can pause the episode if you want to go to silence. We'll keep going. I talked about the birth of my child and how well Emily did through her 24-hour plus of labor. And since no one asked, I'm okay too. Everything went fine with me. It was tough, but I made it through. Nick talked about how on his most recent cruise ship, there are 7 water slides. Now, actually, there are 8 if you include your taint, Nick. Forget that. Nick was talking about how he wanted to take Piper to the kids club on the cruise ship. Upon learning there was a kids club, Scott immediately booked 3 cruises.
Probably through another travel agent.
He said, what, 12,000 kids did you say on this cruise? Oh, my God. And that's low?
Rachel just booked that herself.
Nick talked about how he puts sunscreen on everyone before they leave their cabin. Now, I can attest to this. When I was on a cruise with Nick, Nick helped you with my sunscreen. Very thorough. Although the place he applied this sunscreen the most, you don't really get much sun. So I wasn't really sure why.
Never know.
Nick talked about the Ronald McDonald House. Now, McDonald's started a new thing where you can round up your order to donate to the Ronald McDonald House, which is really cool. In the past week, I've donated $45.53 through this method. I kid you not. We've been home for a few days. My daughter's been to the McDonald's drive-thru twice already.
You'll be there every day when she's like
God.
6.
I can't wait. I cannot wait.
That kid's gonna have all of her first birthday parties.
Oh yeah.
That's why I had a kid.
All the Happy Meals. so many toys. Like.
And lastly, Ryan talked a lot about pearl necklaces during his segment. Nick, if you don't know what that reference means, why do you keep asking me to send pictures of myself wearing one? And those are my cliff notes.
Thank you so much, Chris. You know, I was the McDonald's birthday parties. Do you guys remember as kids either going to a McDonald's
I had
party?
one.
You had one?
Yeah.
I'll never forget, like, when I was a kid, I wanted to have a McDonald's birthday party so bad, and I never had it. I'm like, why do you guys hate me? To my parents. And, I wanted a McDonald's birthday party.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got the cake with, like, it was like an edible piece of paper on top, like, that was, like, printed on the cake.
Yeah.
It was awful. But the best.
Now, if my kid gets invited to a McDonald's birthday party, I'm immediately judging that family.
Oh, yeah.
It's like not Chick-fil-A.
No, I'm like, you all must stay at the value resorts at Disney.
They eat at T-Rex.
I think that's it, right?
Yeah, it's usually how we end the show.
Yeah.
I could keep talking all night, so.
Yeah. Scott, you decided to start talking,
decided.
and that was your fault.
Sarah, where can our listeners find you?
You can find me on the TikTok at SuperSarah94, and you can find me on the Instagram at Old Soul Thrift.
Nick?
You can find me on Instagram at Emotional Support Gay Nick. And you can also find me on all social media platforms at Sandpiper Vacations, and reach out to us to book your next vacation.
Okay, before we get to that, future Scott, move this part before the outro. So in chat, Jaws Robert just said that he became the Hamburglar mascot. Like Jaws was the Hamburglar.
What? I don't think I ever met him.
I know
mascots. It's just Ronald McDonald, but that was always so creepy.
Yeah, was that a volunteer thing,
yes.
Jaws?
We're gonna have to get Jaws on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm curious about this. If it's a volunteer thing, Scott's gonna be applying very quickly. I'll be Grimace. Scott, you already have the face paint. You can go as Grimace.
I mean, Piper has her own favorite McDonald's now that has the playground. Like, she wants me to take her to that one all the time now. But yeah, those birthday parties, they were the best as a kid.
Yeah, Scott's like, I only go to the ones at the playground.
I've not. Wait, Jaws started as the Easter Bunny, then got promoted to the hamburger.
Jaws and I have a lot in common.
You do. You were like the
Dora the
SpongeBob
Explorer
from Wish,
and actually
and
Mickey
Dora.
Mouse from Wish. I was like his cousin. It was yeah.
I don't go to McDonald's very often, but now I want a Big Mac.
It's so good. I get. Somebody asked me, "Oh, you like McDonald's? Do you have a go-to order?" Yes, double cheeseburger with mac sauce, no pickles, add bacon, every time.
Oh,
every time.
I get the number one value meal supersized.
Value meal. What the hell is a value meal?
I'm not surprised that you get a supersized.
Yeah,
though.
they still do
Big
that.
Mac meal, the number one meal.
They still do that supersized.
Yeah.
Really? I thought they got rid of. I thought Obama got rid of that.
Supersized. It's large.
Yeah. I think Michelle Obama was like, no, we're not doing this anymore.
Yeah. And then I get 2 sides of buffalo sauce for my fries.
It's a very strange order.
Well, okay. So here's the thing.
You don't have
the
buffalo
fries-
sauce. Like you need theirs. You need their buffalo sauce.
Yeah, for the fries. Because typically, if I'm hungry enough to go to drive-through, the food's not making it home with me.
So you're dipping the buffalo sauce while you drive?
100%.
And
How do
fries.
you do that?
I drive with my
With
knee.
your knee.
The fries are for the way home. The burgers when you get into your driveway. That's what I do every time.
I have to. So sometimes those McDonald's fries come out and they're perfectly crispy, like they were cooked perfect. They're not soggy and they're great, and it doesn't require any sauce.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get them where maybe they've been sitting for a little bit. Maybe they haven't been fried enough. So that's why I get the buffalo sauce.
I
for
didn't
those
even know they
occasions.
had buffalo sauce at McDonald's.
For the nuggies.
Had no idea. I don't get.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a nug guy. I'm a burger guy.
Oh, you will be.
Yeah,
As a dad, you will be.
get ready for the nugs and the mac and cheese.
Yes.
Chris, where can our listeners find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Chris Yob. Think I have one new post of my daughter that you can check out. Maybe I do. I think I do. I don't know. Did I post? Pretty sure I posted. I do post. I'll probably be posting a lot more. So if you want to see what my daughter looks like, you can go check her out on there. TikTok, I am at Chris Yob NNF. And then I do want to give one more plug, Scott, if you will allow me. Our good friend over at Big Beautiful Diz on YouTube has a documentary that is out now, if you're listening to this, on the 24th. Came out. Behind the Glass, it's the documentary on the Disney Animation building that was at MGM Studios. And he has really big names on there, Bob Weiss being one of them, which is amazing because he was one of the creators of MGM Studios. And a lot of other people that were worked on Lilo and Stitch and Brother Bear and the hyenas from The Lion King. So please check out that documentary. He's been working on it for close to a year now. You can find that at Big Beautiful Diz on YouTube.
And you can connect with us. All of our links are on our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. You can check out our sweet merchandise, become a Clubhouse member, and join our Clubhouse and become a friend with benefits. That's our Patreon for as low as $2 a month. You can watch us record everything that we do, including No New Friends After Dark whenever that comes back. And then exclusive content and giveaways and all that good stuff. Also, if you listen to us on any platform that allows you to give a review and a rating, please give us a 5-star rating and review. That really helps us out. Do not do a 4-star. Just email me if you have a problem. On behalf of the sophisticated gentleman, Game Master Ryan, our producer Alex, Nick, Sarah, Chris, I'm Scott. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time.
Happy birthday, Chris.
Cool, good episode, guys.
That was. I still cannot believe these cameos. You have to you could not leave that room until you send them to me. Because that was
send them to
amazing.
you on email.
Yeah, it's fine.
I could have went on for like an hour talking about McDonald's.
Oh, me too. I had to stop myself.
I was like,
I
like,
literally.
are we gonna keep going? What's going on?
I literally, I eat. I'm a big driveway eater. Like I was like, what, were you home like for 20 minutes? Like, yeah, I was just finishing my meal. Like I just love, the climate's the perfect temperature. You're listening to the radio or a podcast. It's like you don't want to leave your car. Then you gotta give your dog half your fries.
And I never ate McDonald's until Piper was born. Like I stopped eating it for a long time, and now that she goes, I have to get something because if you order in the app, there's usually like a free item or free fry. So I'm like, I can't just get a free fry, so then I get a cheeseburger.
You have to. I honestly think that their double cheeseburger is the best burger. It's the apex of burgers. There's no better burger than a McDonald's double cheeseburger.
There's a lot better.
I tend to disagree. I've looked. I just don't enjoy it. They don't hit the same as McDonald's. They don't hit the same because it's not it's not meat. Like I have no idea what it is.
It's awful. Is that why you have like baby shit now?
Oh yes.
Yourself?
Oh yeah. It's
awful.
It is definitely why I have IBS. Yeah. McDonald's is a huge reason for that. If I stopped eating McDonald's, I'd probably be a perfect bill of health, to be completely honest with you. I would never stop eating McDonald's. I have, if you look over here, my top shelf is all McDonald's Pops.
That's funny.
I have 2 Ronald McDonalds. I have a Thailand exclusive Ronald McDonald. I have Mayor Mac and Officer Mac. I have Grimace. I have the Hamburglar, and I just bought a print at the comic convention I was at of a McDonald's artwork, the very first McDonald's. Yeah, I'm a McDonald's stan. Yeah, kind of embarrassing actually. I wish I didn't show that.
That's a lot. That's intense.
Yeah. Oh, see,
So
Sean agrees with me.
Oh, here comes the baby, guys.
Here she is.
Here's a new
shot.
Emily,
the baby.
Emily needs a little break. So here's baby. Here's baby. Here's baby.
Mama Savannah.
Why is she in blue?
Okay. She's in it's lavender.
It's not lavender. It's blue.
I just hit her.
Scott is that person at the store that would comment on somebody, be like, "Oh, he's so cute," and it's a girl.
Yep, she identifies as a he now. It's fine.
Yeah, she's doing a little sour face.
Hey, 13.
Don't you love that smell down there?
Oh, it's the best. The
That
diapers
dude.
smell so good. She looks like a little twin of mine, I think. She looks like
Slightly taller.
Slightly taller.
Oh,
Bigger
look at
head.
her.
Oh, the little yawns.
Little yawns.
Aw.
So YouTube, this is what's so we're not doing After Dark tonight
Because of
we have to figure out exactly what we're gonna do with that because for obvious reasons Chris is gonna take some time off of After Dark.
Yeah, we have to figure out. Maybe she can talk. Do you want to say something to the crowd? Do you want to say
It's
something?
your first podcast.
Get screwed with this down.
You're on YouTube Live. You want to say
You're on
something?
the internet.
You want to say something?
Look at those eyes.
Do you want to say something? Oh, she's.
She's pissed.
Oh, you hear it? There she goes. Do you want to say something else? Say hi to everybody.
Sarah, take Liz to the bedroom now.
I gotta go.
Do you want to say hi? Do you want to say something?
Why isn't she talking yet?
Oh my God, it's kind of aggravating, actually. Her motor skills are very delayed, it seems like.
Because the doctor be like, "There's something wrong with her."
There's something wrong.
I told her right up to a microphone. She said nothing.
Like, baby giraffes start walking at birth. What's wrong with my kid?
I tried to make her walk. It's not working yet.
No, don't do that.
They just smell so good. Something about them. They're very calming.
Well, they bathe daily.
Ryan says I've never sniffed my son like that.
Really?
What?
Oh, every
Oh,
son.
every dad does.
Oh, you have
You
to.
ha- What?
There
What
she
kind of
goes.
dad are you, Ryan?
Yeah, what? She's tired. Please sleep tonight. Oh, there she goes. There she goes. She said something. She
I'll
said.
wait until they start cooing. It's amazing.
She said, "Listen." Oh, she just grabbed the microphone.
This is my turn to talk.
Oh, look at
She's
this.
like-
She's really gripping it up.
Fuck you, Mr. Scott.
Oh,
We don't have to.
oh.
We don't have to do like
There we go.
earmuffs around her or anything.
Do the little back pat always. The back pat always works. She likes back pats and she likes those like really deep rocks, like you're gonna drop her. She loves the sensation of falling. It's like if you just continuously just think she's like almost drop her, she just loves that.
Sean just came in. He's like, "Let's have another baby."
He just goes right to sleep. She's like she loves like really, really intense rocks. We got her this thing called a Mamaru. And she likes the like intense like car crash feature where it's like you put her like you need to put the seatbelt on. It's like test track. It's like would you like cradle rocking? Would you like the wave or test track? It's like
my brother had that too, and I'm like, that was intense.
We got her the swing now. No, she doesn't like the swing. She likes the test. She likes to be a
The
test.
thing we had ended up
dummy.
getting recalled.
Oh God.
Of course, but it was a baby rocker, but you could control it from your phone.
Oh, that's cool.
So I could like from the other side of the room, I could just like turn an app
really
on.
neat.
Hello, Miss.
Listen, you
Buttons.
said she likes falling or the sensation of it. I was waiting for Scott to be like, well, when we reach 1,000 subscribers, we'll get her on Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, she'd like that. She'd go right to sleep. Sarah's gonna be screaming, and Ellie's just gonna be there just sleeping, just snoring. Yeah, oh, God bless you.
Aww.
Yeah. All right, say goodbye, Miss Baggins. Say goodbye to the room, Miss Baggins. Goodbye.
Chris, I sent you all 3 of those.
Goodbye,
cameras, 3
humans. I'm
different emails.
going to take a nap now. I'm going to have some breast milk and go to sleep now. And then
you tried it yet?
she's going to as well.
Have you tried it yet?
Oh, that's how I go to sleep. I put her on formula because it tastes so good. I was like, I'm putting this in my coffee, put this in my cereal. Oh, God bless you. No, I've not
Suckle
tried
on that.
breast milk.
Never mind.
But, oh, my goodness. No, I can't because then she can't eat.
Chris is like, she'll figure it out.
Yeah. I put her in the kitchen for like a half hour. She didn't know what to do.
She didn't cook. She didn't clean.
No, I tried to give her like a peanut butter and jelly stuff to make a PB&J for me. Found her just like lying on the loaf of bread.
Aww.
Oh, she's pretty cool though. I like her.
Think you'll keep her.
She needs to be continuously moving. See? Happy? Watch sad. Watch sad. Oh, there she goes. She's gonna be sad. I think she's gonna be like a Rolling Stone logo. Just
Well, it's
a permanent
amazing.
Rolling Stone logo.
It's amazing how much change just happens, like
I know, it's crazy.
overnight. Like,
I know she already grew so much.
But okay, let me warn you because I'm sure that the doctors do not. She is going to lose weight.
Oh, she lost like she was born at 6'10", she went down to 6'3". They did tell us that. I took a lot of classes. I was prepared for a lot of this. I wasn't prepared for like the horribly smelling farts though. That they don't tell you about.
oh, they get worse.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Oh,
Wait
my
till the
goodness.
poop starts getting seedy.
I'm excited for that. It's like it looks like mustard or something.
Yeah, it looks like mustard.
Because now it just looks like a mud pie.
Up the back.
Give me the seed. Nah, yeah, I don't want that. Don't want that. Her diapers keep falling off. Just mysteriously falling off. I think I'm gonna write pamper because I think they're defective. Because I'm putting them on, they just keep falling. I just open
We
a
use,
onesie and it's like
and it's like every baby I swear is different because we use Pampers and we tried Loves and like they didn't work. But
Really?
they work for everybody else. Like
Yeah. Same thing. And once you find that diaper that you like, you'll only get.
yeah. I like the free ones right now.
I said,
Those
did the
are
hospital
my
hook?
favorite ones.
Did the hospital hook you up?
I took
too?
everything. I took
Yeah.
everything from that room. I took a
Well,
couple
yeah,
of
you're already
pillows.
paying for it. They're not going to
Yeah.
just recycle it.
I took
Yeah,
some of the
take it
pillows.
all.
I took the blankets that feel like towels.
Oh, we had a nurse literally go to the closet
oh,
and bring us more shit.
Oh, you cannot play with the cord. I don't know. No. Okay, let's take that off from your hand. Do you want to see your hands? Let me show you your hands real quick. Can I show them your hands real quick? They're so small and cool. Wait. Show me your hands. Show me your hands real quick. There it is. Look how small these little hands are.
And then her hands are small too.
Make sure you take close pictures of her hands and her feet now.
Oh, good idea. Good idea.
It's the best to look at.
Oh yeah. Get the tattoo.
It's almost, what time is it? It's the witching hour, guys.
Yeah.
It's the witching hour. She just likes the really hard rocks. Like this is.
Oh
what-
God.
No, this is.
Oh my
this is-
God.
This is what she likes. See, calm, instant calm.
Scott dropped Darren.
It
probably.
honestly might be because she's scared of falling, and that's why she's not. No, like this is since day one. This is it. See how calm she is now, and watch you stop.
And YouTube, if you want to donate to my adoption fees, I'm ready to be a dad again.
No, it's you know what? It's the most rewarding thing ever. Because like you get up at 4 a.m, they change a diaper, and it's like you don't even care.
Yeah.
Like it's like the cool. I love taking care of her, and I don't even like taking care of myself.
That's what I learned like on this cruise. Like I took a huge step back and was just like, you want to go watch a fucking stupid puppet show? Let's do it.
Yeah, you know what? Whatever makes them happy makes me
Yeah.
happy. Right? Even if it's me throwing out my back by doing this. All right, I don't know how I'm gonna get up here with taking off my headphones and stuff. Holding you, I can't put you down anywhere. Your mama just kind of left me. Yeah. How am I gonna stop the stream? How am I gonna stop the stream?
Well,
are we
keep
gonna
the stream
do?
on as you're breastfeeding her.
She tries to latch.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of embarrassing.
She's very confused.
She tried to latch on my nose.
Oh yeah. Don't let them do that.
Yeah.
Because your nose has, like, your nose is dirty.
Yeah.
And there's actually what is
Thanks,
it?
Dr. Scott.
staff of Phil. I don't know. Sarah probably knows this from her restaurant training classes, but there's a foodborne illness that comes from your nose.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you
Oh, I skipped that part.
She's confused. She's like, why does Daddy have bigger boobs than mom?
She tries to punch me in the face a lot. Is that normal? She's like,
Oh, yeah.
She's like throwing haymakers at me. Look at this. She's like Muhammad Ali down here. It's the witching hour, guys.
Yeah.
This is it. Oh, she let off. She just dropped some bombs. Oh, yeah. Oh, she's punched the
I'll let 'em
microphone.
out.
You take after me. All right, guys. We have to get changed, maybe? Maybe we'll get changed. Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. All right, guys.
Can you just put a webcam on for me to just watch this? 'Cause I love this.
She's the best. It's really fun, even when she cries. Her mom hates when she cries, but me, it's like she's a baby. She's fine.
Yeah.
As long as she's fed and changed, nothing much else you could do.
Yeah.
Oh, she's like fighting.
You need to get her a metal straw.
Look at her just throwing haymakers. Look at that. She just punches. Yeah, you did. Oh, God.
Oh, she watched that WWF.
Oh, well, that is.
in the
We've
hospital.
watched a collect. Yeah, so Emily's in labor. I think I sent you guys a video of me or a picture of me. I had wrestling. Oh, thank you. I had wrestling on.
Nothing better than watching the live from the bathroom, by the way, and seeing Chris completely ruin my calm baby. You want to see your hands? Let's expose everything.
She loved the hands. She loved getting the hands exposed. Forgot we were live. Thought it was just us three.
No.
4.
Aww.
Okay, let's give her back.
Oh, I have to shut everything down.
Good idea.
She grabbed my headphones. She tried to put them on. She talked a little bit.
I heard her. She's very
She
cute.
told a joke.
Yeah, she
She did a good job with the first time.
She said the mama joke? She did a dad joke. Your dad's so fat joke. But she said my dad's so fat. It wasn't even a joke. It was just like, she was just insulting me.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. We're going to sign off here. Get her a metal straw, especially Chris's nose is dirty. Wow, what does that even mean? That's kind of low. That's kind of mean. When you get older, they punch you in the balls daily. All right, love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are going to end the stream. It's been too long. Bye, guys.